Hi, my name is Reem El Attar, and my SSHRC-funded master's thesis seeks to better understand visible minority immigrants' experiences of subtle interpersonal mistreatment in the workplace. Did you know that by 2036, immigrants are expected to represent approximately 28% of the Canadian population, and over 70% of immigrants will belong to a visible minority group? One of the main challenges visible minority immigrants face when they come to Canada is job-related discrimination. A common way that discrimination can be expressed in the workplace is through acts of incivility, which are defined as low-intensity, deviant behaviors with ambiguous intent to harm the target. So, for example, someone not greeting you back when you say hi, or someone neglecting to reply to your email are all acts of incivility. While we know that workplace incivility is a common experience for visible minority immigrants, as of yet, very little research has sought to understand their interpretations of these experiences, or in other words, how they make sense of their experiences of incivility in the workplace. This is where my master's research comes in. In my work, I'm interested in understanding when and why visible minority immigrants attribute their experiences of workplace incivility to discrimination versus when they might attribute it to some other cause. To better illustrate, let's look at an example. This is Addy. He immigrated to Canada 2 years ago and now works at Mega Consulting Corp. And this is Bill, Addy's coworker, who was born and raised in Canada. One day, Bill invites all of his coworkers out for a drink after work except for Addy. Addy starts to wonder why he didn't get invited, and he starts to consider various reasons why. In my research, I theorize that Addy's conclusion to these and other internal questions will depend on how Addy sees himself in the context of his adopted country, as in how adapted he is to Canada versus how attached he is to his ethnic culture. I will also assess the downstream consequences of these various interpretations on his psychological well-being. Ultimately, a better understanding of how visible minority immigrants make sense of their mistreatment at work can help inform government programs and policies on how to best help immigrants adapt to their new country. As the number of visible minority immigrants in the workplace continues to grow, it's becoming more and more important to devote more attention to understanding the experiences of this population, all in order to help ensure healthy individuals, healthy workplaces, and thriving organizations.